It has been a while since I have done a response to any of the Mototalks topics. And if you don't know what Mototalks is, it's a series of topics that are really thrown out to other motovloggers, and those motovloggers are encouraged to give a response back. And this was a concept conceived by my man Goatfather and a number of others too. I don't know all of them, but I know 4N6 Ninja. She was part of this as well. But anyway, 4N6 Ninja, or Forensics Ninja, if you put it all together, she put out this topic called, simply enough, vices.
My question to you guys is, what are your vices? You know, like, what do you like to indulge in?
And sometimes, man, I just don't have time to fit in a response to one of the Mototalks topics. But tonight, I am going to. So, it's a beautiful night, riding home, and thought, what the hell? Let me throw out my 2 cents on the topic of vices. So, in terms of vices that SoopaBee has, in terms of vices that I have, there's a lot of different vices, right? And vices are what? Bad habits, or immoral behavior? Is that a vice? I don't know. I don't know exactly. I should have looked up what the definition of vice was before I started this, but the way I think of it, a vice is something that is, kind of like a bad habit, I guess, and, people often think about vices being things like alcohol or sex or money, greed, I don't know, any of those types of things. Gambling, that's a vice. Now, for me, man, I'll be honest with you, this is a little bit embarrassing, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there anyway. A vice that I have, and I think it's a vice because it's a bad habit. And a vice that I have, oh boy, is that I collect something, okay? This is therapeutic. SoopaBee, get it off your chest, man. I collect Transformers. Alright, I said it, okay? I got it off my chest, it's out there. Okay, I collect freaking Transformers. And I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm telling you, I'm not some little kid, man. And, it's gotten better, okay? It's gotten better. But, man, I just think that I've always, ever since I was a little kid, into robots. And when they started making transforming robots back in the day, man, I was all over that. Me and all the kids on the block, we were all into Transformers, And I'm from the old school, so I remember when Transformers first came out.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots in disguise.
You know what I mean? I remember when they first launched. That's how old I am. But man, I just think that they have come so far. The engineering involved in these current Transformers, man. The toys, yes, I'm talking about the toys. I think it's just amazing, to be quite honest with you, so all the youngsters nowadays that I see having Autobot symbols or Decepticon symbols on their vehicles, man, I was writing Autobot symbols on my on my classroom desk back in the day, Like, I remember when that stuff was cool when it just came out. I remember when the first combining robot, Devastator, came out back in the day.
Constructicons, transform! Phase 1! Now, transform! Phase 2! Prepare to meet your doom. Nothing can withstand the might of
And man, I've just, like I said, I hate to admit it, but I'm a grown-ass man, and sometimes you will find me in the boys' toy section of your local department store, kind of in a creepy way, looking at Transformers. Oh man, it's just, it's out of control, you know? And like I said, it's gotten better. It has definitely gotten better, but I still will every now and again pick up a little Transformer. I'm like, oh man, that's cool, man. Look at that. That's Optimus, or that's Ratchet, or that's, you know, Megatron, or whatever it might be. Look at this version of Starscream, man. You know, oh man. And they've just come so far from when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, Transformers were these, they transformed very basically. You know, there was a very basic transformation. And man, things have come so far. I mean, the transformation these days of these of these toys is just, I mean, seriously, an engineering marvel. I mean, you'd think that that's an exaggeration, but I really do believe that the transformation of some of these things is a true engineering marvel, because not only do you have to transform a vehicle into a robot, but you also have to make the robot articulate so the robot can move and be posed in different ways. And man, just some really cool things. They even have these third-party Transformers. Third-party Transformers. These aren't even officially made by, you know, the companies Hasbro or Takara is the Japanese company that is the official Transformers company, you know? So they've got these third-party companies sort of, black market almost Transformers that people are just like getting together and like, man, I'm gonna make my own version of Optimus Prime, you know, man, I'm gonna make my own version of Megatron or whoever it might be, and some amazing works out there, man, I'm telling you. And these things cost money. They cost usually more than a Transformer at your local toy store, and that's where this turns into a vice, because you start shelling out all kinds of money on these things that are going to sit on a shelf and collect dust. Or if you're like me, we'll have them in some type of curio cabinet so they won't collect dust. But man, I don't know when I'm going to grow up, man. I'm telling you, I'm in my 40s. I'm a grown-ass man. I know it's a little creepy, but I'm getting it off my chest, and I feel a little bit better about it. So anyway, there's my advice for everyone to hear and to shake their heads at. So anyway, with that, my friends, my people, continue to ride and collect with confidence. Head up 100%. Yeah. This is SoopaBee.